My name is Caring, C-A-R-I-N-G. I'm 23. I'm from Venezuela. I was looking to get out of Venezuela because it's the government, there's a dictatorship, there's a lot of social issues, political, everything. So then I was trying to leave, so I emailed every coach in the US that was coaching for college teams. And then I was like, hi, I'm Caring, I'm looking for a scholarship. And I sent a highlights video, and then I went to Lindenwood. And then I graduated last year. So I love my country with all my heart. I'm so proud of where I'm from. I always carry my flag. You'll see me tomorrow with my flag because I'm very, very proud of my upbringing. But for a lot of years now, Venezuela has been going through a very harsh dictatorship, and that caused a lot of social, political problems. And then in 2016, that was when I was 17, playing with the national team, we started doing a lot of protests, and literally everything stopped. People were not going to work, people were not going to school, everybody was just protesting against the government. When I was back home, there was food shortage, there was the basic products that you need, like toilet paper, milk, flour, water. There was just, you couldn't find it. It wasn't just my family, it was everybody. You have to do a line for hours just to buy 2 pieces of bread, and then they would limit it because we just don't have it. There's none in the country. Obviously, if you're super rich, you find your way to, but we were just middle class, just regular people, so we would have to do, right before going to school, do a line in a bakery place so you could buy bread so we could eat it that night. Also, there was it was just very dangerous, a very dangerous country. I started playing rugby when I was 13. I started playing because my brother used to play rugby. He came to the US to an exchange student, and then they introduced him to rugby because rugby is not very popular back home. And then I went to watch him, and I would take pictures of him. And then one day I was like, oh, that looks so rough, but okay, I want to try. But then back home, not young people don't play rugby, it's only adults. So I started playing with a college club team. I was 13, and that was in 2012 when I started. So I just played with the club team, and then we would just have tournaments against other colleges. And then I went to Chile. I played in a club team in Chile for a little bit because my sister lives in Chile. And then I came back, and the national team called me. And then when I was 15, I had my first international game in Argentina. And then I played in the Olympic repechage for Venezuela. I was walking to practice with my national team, and I was going through this, it's not an alleyway, it's just a regular street. And then these 2 guys in a motorcycle, they kind of went all the way from the left side of the street, and they came in front of me. And then I knew they were gonna rob me, so I just started running, and I sprinted, and then they pull out a gun, and then they said stop or we will shoot you. And I was just up, running, just kind of waiting for it. But I should have not done that, but I just ran. And then it's things that I talk about right now, and I laugh, and I'm ha ha ha, that's crazy that happened to me. But I feel that's a way that I cope with the trauma that comes from living in a country that it's going through so much. But I ended up just going to practice after that, and I was just it's okay. Everybody kind of asks you are you okay? Well, at least they didn't kill you, that's what they say, and at least you're still alive. But in that moment, I don't know, we just kind of normalize the situation and how dangerous it is, and we learn to live with that, and we settle. We're oh, well, at least I'm alive, and we try to just stay happy. But then there's a moment that you gotta wake up and you gotta leave the country. It's something that I didn't have a future in Venezuela. Richie Walker reached out to me. We knew each other because with Lindenwood, we went to San Diego to play against the USA team when he was coaching. And then we got to know each other, and we're really good friends. So then he told me that this was a great opportunity, and I was no, I'm Richie, I'm working, I already retired. Even though I'm 23, I'm done with rugby. But then he was come on. And then I was okay. So then that's how I accepted the offer, and then I am so happy I did because I'm having so much fun. Just the people that I've gotten to know with rugby, or thanks to rugby, people that I play with, people that just come to watch. I just enjoy the rugby environment, the energy. And also like rugby because that's the only thing I'm good at. Like that's something that I'm like, okay, I'm like confident with, and like something that I feel like when I'm playing rugby, it's just like it's me 100%, like that's who I am. It brought me from Venezuela to the US, like that's like the biggest thing. I've also gotten to travel a lot with the national team, and then with Lindenwood, we travel all over like the US. And then just like my bestest friends I've met through rugby, like they either played with me or against me, and then we just started like being friends after that. And yeah, it brought me here, and then it allowed me to like network and gotten to know people from other states. Rugby's not very big back home. It's a super small community. So when people from back home see that I'm here playing at PR7s, they're like, oh my God, that's so exciting. Like they're just happy and proud that I'm like representing Venezuela, because it's not that big of a country, mostly in the rugby world. So they're just so excited, and like everybody's reposting it, and they're just like proud of me, and I'm like, okay, I'm proud of myself too, but I'm nervous because I feel like everybody's watching me. I want to motivate more people from back home to keep playing, because after the pandemic, everything kind of stopped and there was not many funds, but then I know people want to keep playing, they just are not motivated to. So I want them to be motivated and know that there's more to rugby than just go play one weekend and then that's it. Like, I feel like they could get a scholarship in the US, they can come play PR7s, and then by us getting better, then whenever we go back home and we play with them, then the level would just starting to grow, and just in general. Like this is like the highest level I can go besides like national team, Olympics and stuff, but I know. I kind of just like forgot about it because I know it's not gonna happen. So this is the highest level I can go. So this is my goal. My goal is just to do well and make people proud of me and myself proud of myself. And then goals for me is just to have a successful career, successful family, and just to stay happy while I'm achieving the other goals. Nobody expected that I was gonna be here, like the rugby was gonna bring me to the US, that rugby was gonna offer me a higher education, that rugby was gonna open me so many doors. I'm very excited to keep going. I stopped playing for a year after I graduated college, and I was just gonna stop, take a break, because I've been playing since I was 13. So I was like, okay, I'm 23 now. Let me just take a break from rugby, from working out, for everything. Let me focus and kind of like see what I'm gonna do with my life. And then this opportunity, it was kind of like the universe wanted me to come here and be here, because everything just fell into place for me to be where I am right now. And then I came, and I've been having so much fun. I've been loving to play. I've been loving to be with other people and like teams and play with people that I used to play against and we would not get along, and now we love each other and we're like, oh my God, that's so crazy that we used to hate each other and we were rivals and we were like, and now we're like best friends. And I told my coaches, I was like, okay, so next year, when is it? When can I come back? I want to keep playing rugby. I live in Missouri and there's not that many rugby teams there. So I'm like already looking like, okay, where can I move so I can keep playing rugby? But yeah, I want to come back to PR7s because this time was great. And I know next year it's going to improve from this year to next year. So I'm 100% sure that next year will be 20 times better than this. So I already want to be back. I don't want it to end. For real.